Wake up.
Welcome back to our channel. Have you ever felt powerless against a narcissist's manipulative tactics? In today's video, we're uncovering 10 proven ways to outsmart a narcissist that are guaranteed to work. Before we dive in, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss an update. So let's get started. Dealing with a narcissist can be one of the most challenging experiences. Their manipulative tactics, need for control, and lack of empathy can leave you feeling drained and powerless. Narcissists pride themselves on being in control and making decisions. By subtly suggesting the opposite of what you want them to do, you can manipulate them into making the choice you desire. This method works because narcissists often do the opposite of what is suggested to assert their independence and control. Reverse psychology involves suggesting the opposite action of what you want. It allows you to guide the narcissist's actions without direct confrontation, thereby maintaining their ego while achieving your desired outcome. However, it's crucial to use this technique sparingly. Overuse can lead to suspicion and resentment once the narcissist realizes they are being manipulated. Creating cognitive dissonance is a powerful technique when dealing with narcissists. Cognitive dissonance arises from the psychological discomfort experienced when a person holds two conflicting beliefs or behaviors simultaneously. For narcissists who pride themselves on maintaining a grandiose self-image, highlighting the inconsistencies between their words and actions can be particularly destabilizing. This method forces them to confront the gap between their self-perception and their actual behavior, leading to confusion and frustration. To effectively use cognitive dissonance against a narcissist, you need to subtly point out these inconsistencies without appearing confrontational. For instance, if a narcissist often boasts about their generosity but rarely contributes to group efforts or helps others, you can highlight this contradiction. This technique works because it targets the narcissist's need to maintain a consistent and positive self-image. When faced with evidence that contradicts their self-perception, they experience cognitive dissonance, which is deeply uncomfortable. To reduce this discomfort, they may be forced to reevaluate their behavior or rationalize their actions more transparently, which can diminish their manipulative power. Diversion tactics are an effective way to disrupt a narcissist's manipulative agenda by shifting their focus away from you and onto something else. This method involves strategically changing the subject or introducing new topics during conversations to distract the narcissist and reduce their control over you. By capturing their interest with topics that intrigue them, you can buy yourself time and prevent them from manipulating the situation to their advantage. This method allows you to maintain a more balanced and controlled interaction. However, it's important to note that diversion tactics are not a permanent solution. They provide temporary relief and should be used in conjunction with other strategies to manage long-term interactions with narcissists. Narcissists thrive on eliciting strong reactions from others because these reactions feed their need for control and validation. By remaining indifferent and emotionally detached, you take away their power to manipulate your emotions and frustrate their efforts to dominate the interaction. Non-reactivity works because it denies the narcissist the emotional fuel they crave. This lack of reaction frustrates their manipulative efforts, often leading them to abandon their tactics, at least temporarily. To implement non-reactivity, start by training yourself to detach emotionally from the narcissist's provocations. This doesn't mean suppressing your feelings, but rather not letting them dictate your reactions. Practice responding to the narcissist's manipulative attempts with neutral, non-committal replies. Refuse to engage in arguments or debates. If the narcissist tries to bait you into a confrontation, calmly change the subject or remove yourself from the situation if possible. Using scarcity as a tactic can be incredibly effective in dealing with narcissists. By making yourself less available, you can create a sense of scarcity that diminishes their control over you and increases your value in their eyes. When you are always available, the narcissist takes you for granted, assuming they can manipulate you whenever they please. By limiting your availability, you change the dynamic. Suddenly, the narcissist has to work harder to get your attention, which can be both confusing and frustrating for them. To effectively use scarcity, start by setting clear boundaries around your time and availability. Don't immediately respond to their calls or messages. Instead, let them wait. This waiting period creates a sense of unpredictability, making the narcissist uncertain about when they can reach you. This shows that you value your time and are not at their beck and call. Another aspect of scarcity involves selectively sharing information. Narcissists often seek detailed information about your life to find ways to manipulate you. By being more reserved and sharing less, you prevent them from gathering ammunition against you. This limited access makes them less able to control or predict your actions. Deploying the Ben Franklin effect can be an ingenious way to outsmart a narcissist. This psychological phenomenon suggests that people are more likely to do a favor for someone if they have already done a favor for them. Essentially, by getting a narcissist to do something for you, you can subtly manipulate them into liking you more and reducing their antagonistic behavior. The Ben Franklin effect works because it creates a cognitive dissonance in the narcissist's mind. When they perform a favor for you, they need to justify their actions to themselves, often leading them to think more favorably of you. This positive shift can reduce their desire to manipulate or harm you as they now see you in a better light. To effectively deploy the Ben Franklin effect, start by identifying manageable favors you can ask from the narcissist. These favors should be simple enough that they won't be refused, but significant enough to create a sense of cognitive dissonance. The key is to ensure the favor benefits you and creates a subtle bond between you and the narcissist. Applying the Socratic method involves asking a series of probing questions that lead the narcissist to examine their inconsistencies and irrationalities. By guiding them to their own conclusions, you can subtly influence their thinking and behavior without direct confrontation. To effectively apply the Socratic method, start by identifying a specific belief or behavior you want to address. Then, craft a series of open-ended questions that lead the narcissist to explore this topic more deeply. The primary benefit of the Socratic method is its subtlety. By leading the narcissist to question their own beliefs and behaviors, you can influence their thinking without direct confrontation. This method can reduce their defensiveness and make them more receptive to change. However, it requires patience and skillful questioning to be effective. Pattern interrupts involve unexpected actions or responses that disrupt the narcissist's habitual ways of thinking and behaving. This can create a moment of confusion and vulnerability, giving you an opportunity to regain control. Narcissists rely on predictable patterns to maintain control. By introducing an unexpected element, you disrupt their strategy and create an opening to shift the dynamic in your favor. To effectively utilize pattern interrupts, you need to identify the narcissist's typical behaviors and responses. Then, think of ways to respond that are completely unexpected. To maximize the impact of pattern interrupts, ensure your responses are varied and unpredictable. Consistently using the same interrupt can become predictable over time, so keep your reactions fresh and adaptable. Engaging in future pacing is another powerful technique to outsmart a narcissist by directing their focus towards positive future outcomes that align with your goals. This method involves painting a vivid picture of a desirable future scenario, subtly guiding the narcissist to align their actions with this vision. Future pacing works because narcissists are often driven by the desire for admiration, success, and validation. By presenting a compelling future scenario that appeals to these desires, you can steer their actions without direct confrontation. This technique can create a sense of anticipation and motivation, making the narcissist more likely to act in ways that are consistent with the envisioned future. To effectively engage in future pacing, you need to understand the narcissist's aspirations and use them to frame the future scenario. Then, communicate this vision in a way that highlights the benefits and positive outcomes for both of you. To maximize the impact of future pacing, ensure that the future scenario is realistic and achievable. Overly ambitious or unrealistic visions may lead to disappointment and resistance. Narcissists often seek validation from others, as their sense of self-worth is heavily reliant on external approval. This method involves seeking the presence or input of a third person during critical discussions or conflicts, making it harder for the narcissist to manipulate the situation. Additionally, having a third party involved provides an external perspective, which can help to validate your experiences and feelings. This can be particularly powerful when dealing with gaslighting or other forms of psychological manipulation where the narcissist tries to distort your perception of reality. If you found these methods helpful, please give this video a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel for more insights on managing narcissistic behavior and protecting your mental health. Drop a comment below sharing your experiences, and let's support each other on this journey. Until next time, take care and stay strong.